Hello everyone and welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. So in the last episode we managed to finally get to one of the actual endings of the game. I'm not sure if there are more endings. I'm assuming that there is since it's still letting me play. But yeah, so I guess we'll jump back into it and play until we can see if we can find some more. Hopefully we can find some more for Lem and Mina and so on and so forth. Now it's been a week since I played the game. So yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of orient myself a little bit. So let me just see what we have here. I think the majority of it is just I have some little quests I can do. I know there's still the stuff with the steel down here that I can turn around and do. So I might go ahead and focus on that. Okay, so that's waiting on things. I still have 3 turns for that. I don't know when there's going to be a chance for... Yeah, that's right. I think we finished up the stuff with Lim and Mina as well. But I don't know if they're going to show up again at some point. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much the only thing we have left. There's also emphasis stall. I need to deal with this somehow, but that's going to take some time because I think the last thing I did was actually start growing some mushrooms, which might make things... That might last a little while. Yeah, so I still have, what is that, 3 turns? Yeah, I still have 3 more cycles before that'll actually come up. So yeah, I am kind of at a bit of a loss for things right now. There's of course the lab down there, there's commune up there. And I don't know if there was anything else left with Bliss, but let's check it out real quick and see. Yeah, and that's waiting. What was that, 2 turns? Yeah, 2 more turns for that. So I have 2 turns for this, 3 turns for the other one. But what is this? The side reel dock. Oh, I didn't even see this last time. Scout the dock. The side reel is being loaded and prepped. Among all the commotion, is it possible to find a way on board? Interesting. A way on board. You hope against hope that there's a chink in the side reel horizon's vast armor. Okay. So that'll give me 100. And it doesn't look like there's any penalty things. So yeah, let me go ahead and I guess I can put everything in it. Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that. Because I mean, I don't really have anything else going on at the moment, so sure. Even though these 2-1 dice might screw me up. Because that'll give me a what? 75-25 chance. It's not bad, so let's go ahead and try it. Okay, so I got it. And I didn't suffer any penalties or anything like that. You watch the loading crews going back and forth, noting their paths and entryways. Could this work? Quite the achievement, isn't she? Sindra Silas must be proud. You recognize the resonating voice of Castor immediately, and turn to see him, hooded and tucked into the shadows near the viewing platform. Castor. Oh, you haven't seen him in a while. I see you remember our game. Good. He looks around, but the platform is clear. I'm afraid you'll have to wait for a rematch. Microgravity makes Tavla a little difficult. He smiles broadly. Castor walks out to stand beside you on the platform. The telltale clunk of magnetic boots accompanies his slow crossing. He notices you looking at them. I don't much like it up here, he explains. I hear there was some trouble at the Havenage shipyard when they announced the results of the crew lottery. They screwed us. I know, he sighs, meeting your eye. An ugly business. Sealers are too used to the way things work in the core. Exploitation is the only logic they know. He gestures out at the side reel. You know why they built this monstrosity on the eye? Control? Certainly. There's no corporate oversight out here. But that's not all. He stares at the pristine yellow hull. Silas built it here, says Castor gravely, because they didn't want anyone to know it exists. He rubs his forehead. And secrecy is something I cannot abide. He turns to face you. There are people being loaded onto the ship as we speak. Sleeping people, locked in cryosleep like the person that you were emulated from. There are hundreds of them, and Silas wants to send them out to a planet at the edge of the settled systems without anyone knowing where it is. But you, Sleeper, can do something about that. You're like me. You deal with data. You can read it right out of the air. With someone like you on that ship, secrecy isn't a problem. You can ping back whatever I need whenever I need it, as long as you are on board. With you on the side reel and some minor modifications, he pauses, you will be my eyes and ears. I will keep track of Silas's grand project through you. In short, says Castor, stretching, I can get you aboard, Sleeper, but I'm going to need you to help me. I don't know if I like the sound of that, because I mean, outside of you being kind of like you're a data fence, I don't really know you for real like that. Who are you? I'm a concerned party. Someone who likes to know what is happening when it's happening, not afterwards. It's not just me. Yes, your friend Lem. That can be arranged. It is difficult, but not impossible. The condition is, of course, that you go too. Castor clunks closer to the window, watching the tugs wheeling around the side rail. It's a simple offer, and the only one that will get you on the ship. Please consider it. He turns back, silhouetted against the ship. But to make it happen, I need your assistance, as I said. There's a Silas Foundation ship docked in the now empty shipyard. I need the data from its servers. This will allow me to produce the IDs necessary for your transit. Castor looks over his glasses at you. Silas aren't stupid, though. Their ship is totally isolated from the station. You'll need to get on board if you want access to their air-walled servers. Once you have the data, meet me at your friend's unit so we can give him the good news, he smiles. I notice his importance to you, and the little one, so cute. You don't extract the data before the sidereal horizon leaves the hub, then I will get the message. We have other options, but you are certainly my preferred one. But be sure when you act, Sleeper. Once you take the data from Silas, you will set off a series of events that will likely be hard for you to untangle yourself from. Either way, I recommend you stop asking around up here. You're bringing a lot of attention to yourself. Castor glances around as if emphasizing his point. There are only a handful of cycles until departure, Sleeper. Make your decision. With that, Castor marches back off the platform, the sound of his mag boots fading away, leaving you to contemplate the sidereal horizon and the part it may play in your future. Well then, that's problematic. So I can get them on the ship, but if I do so, I'm going to lose some control of myself. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. I wonder if there's a way I can just get them on the ship without me having to have control taken over me. Oh boy. Fang, can you help or something, buddy? Bluff past security. The fastest way to get to know the ship is by pretending to work there. A plan so bold it might even work. Then observe and explore. Careful observation and an instinct for security procedures will help you understand how to sneak on board. Let's see. If security gets wise to the potential breach, the Silas ship will go into lockdown for several cycles. That could be problematic. Silas infiltration, patrol patterns, security information, server room locations. You need to case this place bit by bit. So I probably shouldn't use that awful one dice right there. Shoot. Oh, well, I can re-roll it. Better. That's better. But then having said that, do I actually want to go through with this plan? I'm gonna go ahead and do this now, just to see what happens. Cause I'm hoping there's a way I can at least get Lim and Mina on there. It sucks but I don't think I want them controlling me. Then again, I don't know if I really want Lem and Mina going there either, because this place doesn't seem great. So, yeah, I can use some scrap. So let me do that. Okay, so let me feed the stray. That's gonna go down by 2. Should I do this right now? Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and eat now. Well, this is a bit of a coinky dink. Okay, that should hopefully have me in a pretty good situation next go around. So it's in the cycle. Yeah, that's a pretty big choice there. That is a pretty big choice. Okay, those are some really good dice. I mean, it's the only real thing that I have to work on right now. I mean, yeah, because I don't have anything else up here. I'm just growing mushrooms, so and that's going to take 2 more turns before that comes through. And I wonder if I actually choose to go with Lim and Mina, will that actually end the game? Like, actually end the game? Well, I guess we'll just go ahead and go through this and see what happens. Let's see. It's better for me to use this one. And this should actually completely do it. Maybe? Oh, really? Come on. And that'll be perfect, so this will be fine. Okay, so now that we have that done, extract Silas data. I get plus 53 cryo, possibly. Nice. You're in. Maybe if you do this right, you might be able to pull something more than just IDs. Okay. Let's try it. So I have the Silas data and I have 53 cryo. Oh, okay. 2. Even better. I think I'll spend this one at Min G's so I can go ahead and... Oh, Castor's here. Is there anything else up here? No, there's nothing else up here. So let me go back down. I'm gonna go ahead and use this at Min G so I can get some food in the process. Makes noodle seaweed, doesn't pay much, but okay. Alright, so yeah. Okay, so that gave me 1 energy. And do I have any? I still only have the 1. Yeah, I can't use that on anything. Everything I have now is plus 2. Okay, Castor, let's see what's up. When you arrive at Lim and Mina's unit, Castor is already waiting outside, leaning beside the door. Forgive me, Sleeper. Basilis is already buzzing with news of the breach. I was expecting you. I don't like you tracking me. That is unfortunate, Sleeper, because that is exactly what I will be doing for the foreseeable future. Castor reaches into a pocket and produces a sleek green and white hand terminal. The data, please. What is that? Something I acquired from Silas while you were busy on that ship. Castor pushes up his glasses. I haven't been waiting for you the entire time. You hand over a drive with the data and Castor fishes around for a converter cable to hook it up. He slots it into the terminal, and after some whirring, a set of two transparent films marked with numeric sequences are produced. 2 tickets to an uncertain future. Castor smiles to himself. The child will go with Lem, of course. He pockets them. These are yours, but first, he holds out a white cube. Your side of the deal. What is it? Something to help us make use of you. He passes you the square and you rest it in your palm, a small, white, perfect cube. Suddenly, you feel a sharp pain and flinch. The cube jumps from your hand and rattles along the walkway. You look at Castor apologetically. Castor smiles. Not to worry, it has done its job. Now it is for you to do yours. You look down and see a tiny pinprick in the center of your palm. Nothing sinister. Castor puts the terminal away. This way we can keep track of you and the sidereal horizon. I didn't agree to this. You did, Sleeper. Castor adjusts his glasses. You have to understand that I could have done this without you knowing. This way, everything is on the table, so to speak. Castor hands you the transparent films, and you see shimmering portraits of you and Lem flickering beneath the surface. Go. Give them the good news. And he reaches across and buzzes the unit. Lem slides open the door, half dressed in his gear. Sleeper, what brings you up here? Come in. He beckons you inside. You look to the side, expecting to see Castor, but the wall is empty. The unit is cleaner, better organized than last time. Lem sits at the thin bar and gestures for you to sit. Mina's with some of the local kids. Someone has started doing lessons down the way. She seems to like it. Sure, I'll sit. You sit at the bar. What's up, Sleeper? Play for time. Or I have some news. Boy. I mean, I guess I've already gotten into it, so, I have some news. Out with it, then, Lem laughs. Oof. Rethink things. I guess this is a legitimate choice. Yeah, I mean, I've already done it, so I have sealless IDs for us. You have. Lem freezes. How? He blinks rapidly as if to wipe you from his vision. Does that mean we're leaving? Lem stands up and paces around the unit. We have to pack. He starts laughing. Holy shit, we have to pack. He turns back to you smiling. How the hell did you swing this, Sleeper? I made a deal or a friend helped. I feel like if I say I made a deal, he's gotta be worried. Shoot. But Castor is definitely not a friend. He is definitely not a friend. Oh boy. Sure, I made a deal. What a deal? Color me impressed. You show him the ID films, and he whistles at the portrait. Impressive stuff. He pats you on the shoulder. You should stay until Mina gets home. We can tell her together. Sure. The buzzer goes. That'll be her. Lem gets up and opens the door, and Mina, a bundle of energy and life, rushes into the room. Robot, she shouts. Lem picks her up. Mina, you won't believe what they brought us. You flash her the passes, and she looks confused. We're going away after all, Meanie. He lifts her up above her head. On the big, beautiful ship. Mina screams, and Lem laughs. He puts Mina down. She runs over to you and hugs your legs. I love you, Robot, she says quietly, so only you can hear. I love you too. And a while later, when you leave, you don't even think to check for Castor by the door until it's too late. You stop and turn halfway down the walkway, but there's nothing there. Even that little white cube is gone. So you keep walking back through the low end, deep in thought, excited and scared all at once. The running game. Well, all right. So I guess that's the end of that storyline, and I guess we'll be leaving on the sidereal horizon once it actually goes, which is in, or does it leave now? Does it just automatically leave? In several cycles, the sidereal horizon will set out. You will either be on board or not. Oh, okay, so I still have all these cycles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cycles. Okay. So maybe we can finish some of these quests before then? Possibly? Not sure. But that would be nice. Okay, so I don't need to eat or anything. I'm pretty good in that case. And this will be available next turn. So I guess I'll just go back to the repaired unit and go to sleep. Of course, we have to give the stray something. Okay. So, Sleeper, Moritz is waiting for you on your way out. How you been? Surviving. Moritz nods. That's the struggle. He glances around. He runs his hand through his hair. I've been meaning to ask you, Sleeper. What's it like? He pauses, suddenly unsure. I mean, what does it feel like? To be a sleeper? Yeah, he shrugs. If you don't mind. It's strange. Yeah. I know I can't understand it, with your frame and, well, everything else. But I wanted to say I have a lot of sympathy for it, like having to find a place, having to survive, having no future. He looks down. A lot of people around here understand that. Morris looks away, and you notice him for the first time not just as Bliss's assistant, but as someone with their own worries, their own struggles, their own life. You feel bad for not noticing earlier. Morris looks back at you. Anyway, got a message for you. Bliss sent me down. We've scored another contract, and she needs your help. That's the message. He pauses. Look, I know last time the payment didn't come through, but you did good work. Bliss knows that. It's no problem. Okay then. He pauses again. She's doing her best, I know. He nods. See you up there. Moritz turns and strides off, leaving you in the corridor. Time to help Bliss, and maybe this time, you think to yourself, it'll work out. Okay, so we have that. Okay, the bar still has one more turn, which I'm fine with, because that gives me just one thing to focus on at a time. Okay. Sidereal, here we are. Fragile biome. The sycamore seed's internal biome is in trouble. Every action will bring it closer to collapse. Oh God. So I can either sacrifice a section, vent a section, and you have a better chance of saving the remaining crops, but you will lose some in the process. The question is, how many? And it's dangerous. Or I can reinforce the bulkheads. Welding in a 0G farm is tricky. The torch, the heat, the sealant, everything can damage the crop you're trying to save. Okay. So let me try this first. Please don't hurt the biome too much. Okay, so that doesn't hurt it too bad. So let me do that. See how well that goes. Ugh. Oh, I can only do that once. Crap. And I don't think I'm going to be able to complete that with just this. Unless I get real lucky here. Okay, now let me re-roll that. Jesus. I think that's the first time I've actually had a roll where it didn't give me something new. Please be neutral. Nope, got it. Nice. You and Bliss are floating in the bay's airlock waiting for it to cycle. You pick a few leaves from your clothes as you wait. They float around the chamber as if carried by a lazy wind. Clean work. Bliss bows a little. Well, thank you, Sleeper. You didn't do so bad yourself. She checks her tool belt. Seems like we are getting into a good rhythm. The now familiar sequence of clunks and rattles sound out, and then the door hisses open. The moment it does, you know something has once again gone wrong. What's all this? Bliss asks a confused-looking Moritz. Beside him are a set of crates anchored to the bay floor. He has clearly just brought them in through the bay's freight lock. Moritz looks nervously between the two of you before answering. It's payment. He runs a hand along the crate. The Sycamore Seed crew just brought them over. He stops, but seeing the look on Bliss's face adds, they were very thankful. I bet they were. She clenches her fist. What the hell is inside? Morris leans over and struggles with the catches on each side of the top crate. As he does, Bliss turns to you. Don't say it. Bliss stares into space. Don't you dare say it. Stay silent. Don't. She gives you a hard look. This isn't my fault. Moritz finally gets the catches free, and the lid floats off, drifting up into the bay. As it does, a small brown lump floats up with it. Moritz reaches out, catches it as it passes him. Is that a mushroom? Bliss finishes. A damn mushroom. They paid us in mushrooms? Not just mushrooms. He holds out a clump of tightly packed leaves. Produce. Bliss starts laughing. Goddamn Haifa commune should have known they didn't have a chit to rub between them. She knocks a small brown mushroom across the bag. Hey, I actually need some mushrooms, so, I mean, if it's the right ones, I'll take them. Stop, Bliss. Morris grabs her hand. These are good, fresh. We can sell them. To who, Morris? Are we running a grocer's now? We need cryo, otherwise this whole bay will be shut down. We can't pay for parts with leafy greens. She waggles them in Morris's face. I could use them. Bliss raises an eyebrow. What, four whole crates? Even you can't be that hungry. You can take a few, but the rest will sell. She smiles to herself. Or at least Morris will sell them if he's so eager. Morris closes up the crates and starts moving them. It isn't that bad, Bliss. It's a step in the right direction. He glances at you, looking for backup. They'll sell well. Bliss sighs. Looks like I went into business with a couple of wannabe farmers, she laughs. Prove me wrong, then. Show me this is a windfall. She kicks away towards the new, patched-together terminal. Until then, I'll be working on how to keep this place open. Morris mouths a thank you and goes back to moving the crates. You better be on your way, too. Okay, so it'll be 4 cycles before the next gig will come up, which, will we still be here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll still be here. Okay, so I'm fine with that. Again, I kind of want to finish this storyline, and maybe I can finish the other one as well. Oh no, wait, I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Crap. I mean, I didn't have anything else I could do anyway, but still, I wanted to at least eat. Good God. So I have these 3 now. That's actually what I need. Because I think that's for Ephes? Infis? Emphis. Yeah, okay. And he needs 3, so I got all of them. I wish that was actually like, this is one of the few cases where I wish this was actually, you could put 1 in at a time, because I did have 2 at one time, so that would have actually helped. Let me get some food while I'm here, because I am starving. Okay. Now, what is he gonna do now? Drobe prep. Memphis is working on gathering the ingredients and preparing the mushrooms. He doesn't like to rush these things. You got 3 turns. Sir, I don't have very long before I'm actually gonna be gone, so yeah, I kinda need you to hurry up. Tala, what's up? Tala comes to you one shift when the bar is empty, tapping you on the shoulder as you clean the bar. It's ready. She's grinning ear to ear. The gyro? Obviously, she grabs you by the arm before you can ask you anything else and drags you into the back room. The smell hits you immediately when you enter, a cocktail of rich fermentation and chemical sharpness. The room is warm and bright now, the newly installed lights making the place look clean, whether it is or not. Tala has already pulled up a couple of stools around a metal crate, where 2 glasses with a few fingers of pale Drouot inside sits waiting. She smiles. I haven't even tried it yet. You can see she's nervous. You both sit at the makeshift table, the slight strangeness of the situation making you both jumpy. Tala hands you a glass. Cheers, she says solemnly and knocks the glass back. You do the same. The first sensation is burning, a sharp, nose-clearing blast of alcohol that has your frame querying whether you would like to activate safe mode. You gulp the drink back, and it is only then, behind the burn, that you taste the earthly tones of the mushroom, the wood, and the soil left behind like sediment, barely there. That's strong. Tala nods vigorously. Oof, that was heavy. Has promise, though. You think? She swirls the glass and puts it down. Wait, I have an idea. Tala grabs a metal bottle from the newly installed work surface and drips some drops of water into the jewel. Try again. This time the burn is a warming glow, harsh but fading off, and the woodiness less heavy. You taste something floral in among the marshy decay, something fresh and bright that you never expected to find. Both you and Tala meet eyes. It's really good, right? It is. Tala grins with her whole face, and that makes you smile too. Tala pours out some more gyro and then adds some more water. The action's already taking on the quality of a ritual. You both drink. Tala tucks her feet up beneath her on the stool, folding her legs. She looks down into her glass and swirls the liquid thoughtfully. What's on your mind? Tala looks up, and nothing in particular. My father opened this place, you know, she says out of nowhere, a thought suddenly becoming words. It was his attempt at making a life for us, for my family, when we got to the eye. Your family? My father, my mother, my little brother. She takes a drink. They aren't around now. I'm sorry. That's okay. My parents had long lives, and my brother is somewhere in the starward belt. Ran off with the salvage crew. She puts her glass down. He's alive as far as I know. I was just thinking about something he told me when he first set this place up. He wanted to call it the Bontayan, the Bontayan? But he was afraid I'd scare off the customers, so he kind of translated it, hence the overlook. In these past few cycles, when I've been in here, I've been thinking that I should rename the place. She looks at you. The Bontayan, what do you think? What does it mean? Dad said he translated it to overlook, so something like that. Watchtower maybe, lookout. Tala picks up her glass. That sells it then. To the Bontayan. You both clink your glasses and drink up. Tala hisses through her teeth. Still harsh. She laughs, then suddenly grabs your shoulder. Oh, sleeper, I totally forgot. She stumbles to her feet. She lurches over to a corner of the room covered with a plastic sheet and whips it off like a magician performing a trick. Beneath it is a neat little kitchen, a sink, a work surface, and a compact oven with a hob. Your kitchen. She doesn't give you time to respond. You can come make stuff here anytime, as long as you promise not to raid the mushroom farm. I need those for the gyro. I was thinking too that if things pick up, we can start serving proper food at the overlook. I mean the Bantayan, she laughs. Do you like it? It's perfect. Tala gives you a hug, then quickly stands back. I'm sorry, I'm so glad you are here, she grins. Me too. As Tala tidies away the glasses, you inspect the kitchen, checking if it all works. It's small and salvaged, but after what you've had to put up with, it feels like a dream come true. Later, when she's done for the day, Tala comes back through to the bar, and you share a glass with the good gyro, the one she didn't distill. And this time, you talk about nothing in particular, sharing stories about regulars or discussing the best place to eat on the eye, which, after everything that has happened, feels like a nice change of pace. When it comes time to leave, you promise to cook for Tala and agree to let her know which shifts you'll be working in the coming cycles, and then slip out into the cool of the rotunda. And in this moment, you feel, for once, at home. Oh, that's sweet. Free spirit. So what do we have now? The Bantayan. Tala's bar. And we have cook matutake caps. Matsutake require a softer touch. You've learned to thinly slice and lightly fry them to keep their flavor. Or I can cook gyro caps. So, okay. So I can do either one of those in order to get food. Nice. Or I can do a bar shift. So there's that. So I guess that finishes up her storyline as well. And there's nothing else I can do there. That's just there, I guess, until it decides to leave or something. Nothing to do here but sell data. So, yeah, I guess I'm just kind of at a lull right now. I have to wait until... Let me see, I have to wait until this finishes up. And I don't think my mushrooms are ready yet. Oh, they are ready. Okay, harvest mushrooms. With the fruiting bodies of the fungus appearing, the careful act of harvesting is next. Shouldn't be taken lightly, it's easy to waste hard work here. So, can only do it 3 times. Okay, I got 2 random rare mushrooms. So I got 4 Matsutake caps and 1 clubhead cap. Same thing. Okay. Let me re-roll these. Nice, okay. Okay, so that gives me a lot of these Matsutake mushrooms. Which means I don't have to eat anyway right now, but... Okay. And let me go up here and get some scrap. Hopefully I can get a lot of scrap from this too. Yep, got 2 scrap components. Okay, so that wasn't a bad turn. That wasn't a bad turn at all. Let's see. Let me go down here. Let me check up here. I just want to see what's going on up here. Yeah, I got nothing going on up here for real. That's just buying a spacer meal, but I'm full, so I don't need to actually do anything. And I guess I'll go ahead and build myself back up. Oh wait, it's scrap. Will that be enough to actually prevent it from going down? I think it'll be close, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this scrap. So it'll go all the way up. Man, I can only imagine what I look like with all this scrap on me. Okay. Oh crap, I forgot to feed the cat. That's 2 cycles. I forgot to feed the cat. Okay, 2 perfect dice. The rest definitely not perfect. So let's see here. What do we have? Let's go ahead and try this Matsutake cap thing. Oh, dog, okay. So now I don't have to worry about paying for food so long as I have Matsutake caps. Okay. I don't think it's time for anything up there. And I forgot to go and get seeds. Completely forgot to do that. I should have did that last turn. But it's fine. Okay. Go ahead and get some spores down here. And since I have a perfect dice, let's go ahead and use that. Gives me 2. I'm gonna save that one just because I want to use it for my whatchamadoohickey, the scrap. Okay. Well, wait, I'm gonna have to actually go back and get some because I need 3 for that. That should be enough. Right? Okay, yeah, it gave me 1. And it didn't hurt my energy or anything, so that's fine. Okay, so that's ready. Now I have to wait 4 turns for that. Did they get shorter, or is that just... I'm just imagining that. Before we proceed... You know, actually, I'm gonna just go ahead and... Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and use these dice up here, because I'm gonna work off the assumption that Mords will come and get me if it's actually time again. Okay, got 2 scrap. It's not bad. I just really hope I don't end up getting hurt up here. That wasn't great. This might be even less great. Okay, so that's not... Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. So now I have 5 scrap, and that'll help me out a lot going forward. I mean, I'm pretty much in the end game now anyway, so I don't think there's anything that could possibly happen that would screw me up, but knock on wood. Don't want anything to happen to screw me up. Okay, so let me go ahead and cross over to the rim. Check and see what's going on up here. Yeah, that still has 2 more turns, right? Yep, 2 more turns. So let me go ahead and cook some of these Matsutake mushrooms. Get myself nice and full. All right. And I will go back and feed that cat well, because good Lord. Cat, you have every reason to be upset with me. But yeah, I do like this though. I do like the fact that it's just, I can just kind of live now. Like even if I didn't want to do some of the side quests, I could actually just, I guess if you wanted to, you could just role play just living on the station. So yeah, I do still hope that at some point they do add maybe like a random endless mode and it has random quests that you can do, like working on ships or, you know, trying to get data and cycle through things and stuff. So that would be fun. But yeah, I do like this. It's just you kind of just living right now. Okay, these are some interesting dice. Not terrible. Again, I don't think there's any particular quest I need to do. I think it's literally just me waiting for Bliss and waiting for the side Real Horizon to be ready. So yeah, and that'll be ready next turn. Oh crap, I didn't check on Rico as well. I forgot about that. I just kind of left. Because I believe she wanted... Oh no, that was right. That's I think if you have the club heads, I think you can take it to her and she'll give you stabilizers. Yeah, you only need 2 of those. But since I have that scrap ability, I don't even need that. So yeah, there's actually nothing for me to do right now. There's actually nothing for me to do. So I guess I'll just get scrap. Because I mean, between scrap and the mushrooms, I'm pretty much set. It would be nice if I can find a ship mine or ship mine parts in here. So I can go ahead and get that quest out of the way, or that drive out of the way. This. And then I'll re-roll that one. Hopefully it won't give me a 1. Oof, Jesus. It gave me a 5. Nice, okay. So that'll be 2 more scrap pieces. Okay, so yeah, I guess that doesn't give you anything like ship mine parts or anything, but that's fine. Okay, so I can +2 one of these. Actually, which one is that? Because that would be really helpful to not have to worry about that. That's endure. So there it is. Crap, I can't do it. Well, I guess I'll just go ahead and +2 one of these then, since I already have that. Sure. Okay. It would be real nice if I could max myself out before the end of the game, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough time because, again, we only have like 2 turns left, so not a whole lot I can do within that time. Okay, so let me come over here. These Matatakis. And I'm not, well, I don't have any club heads, so, well, I guess that's enough, because, I mean, that's going to go down by 2. That'll leave me with 3. I can use one of these the next go around, and, yeah, that'll have me full. And what's going on with you? So next turn, you'll be ready, along with Moritz up there. So let's go ahead and feed the stray. Let's end the cycle. I should still have 5 dice, right? Yep, still got it. That is a trash hand. My God. Okay. Yep. Sleeper. Morris is leaning against the corridor wall. It's time. He looks away. Big job just came in. Grand finale. You up for it? Maybe. Nah, I'm ready. All right then. We are in business. He pushes away from the wall. This has to work, Sleeper. Has to. He looks down. If it doesn't, are we in trouble? The Bay, you mean? He shrugs. We were already in trouble before you got here. The work so far hasn't been enough. Look, Bliss has had a rough time of it. I thought you of all people would understand that. He runs a hand through his hair. Sorry, didn't mean to be. He smiles. Bliss is a good one. She gave me a chance. I owe her. He straightens up. I know you have your own things going on, Sleeper. We all do. But the Bay needs someone. Bliss needs someone. Hell, I need someone to help me keep Bliss from spinning out completely. He scratches the side of his head. Otherwise, there's not much I can do. He shakes his head. And I would hate not to pay back my debts. Morris stretches. I've got to get back. He nods and walks away. I'm out. See you up there. Okay. And Emphis is ready. So let's see what Emphis is doing. Emphis is preparing the gyro caps. He has had to heavily adapt this recipe, he says, but the smell is already incredible. It emanates from a strange purplish white bulb you've never seen before, and he's slicing it finely. He brushes and slices the mushroom and then places them in the wok with the sliced bulb and the oil. They caramelize there in that well-worn crucible. He adds liquids, transparent and opaque, and then turns down the heat. A sprinkle of leaves is the final touch. We have a moment, Sleeper, he smiles. Do you have a story? Something in the scent of the food gives you a feeling of nostalgia, something distant and melancholic. It seems like the story would match the feeling somehow, and maybe you will feel better for telling it. Recall your oldest memories. You start by explaining that when you are emulated from a person, many of your memories are left behind. Perhaps it is an intentional part of the process, a way of keeping sleepers ignorant and malleable, or perhaps it is a side effect of the imperfect emulation. You admit that you don't really know. What you do know is that some memories survive, and that on occasions they come back to you, like shadows passing overhead. You detail one recurring memory, which, despite returning to you with enough regularity for you to think of it as familiar, always fades as quickly as it arrives. You struggle to explain the feeling of being whole for a moment that comes with this memory, and then how that wholeness slips away to leave you feeling like you have forgotten something important, but just can't bring it to mind. Emphis nods throughout, cooking as he does with deft and skillful movements. You start to trail off when you realize you can't find the words to explain how the memories you do have feel like both yours and someone else's at the same time, and how that always fills you with a certain sadness. The sadness of remaining forever unknown, even to yourself. Emphis finishes cooking and meets your eye. I'm sorry, Sleeper, for your troubles. He puts the wok to one side. I appreciate you sharing with me, he smiles. I hope it lightens you a little. He passes you a bowl and heaps the gyros into it, their yellow color mixing with the pale sauce. It whirls and blooms. Eat. The dish is delicious, filling. It warms you as you eat in a way you weren't even sure your body could be warmed. It's a small mercy, you think, that SNR left you this pleasure. Many of the features of frames are there to simulate human experience, you know that much. Emulated minds cannot be rewired, so their need for embodied experience must be met. That is why you breathe even when you do not need air. Without that simulation, the sensation of drowning would be unbearable. Food serves another purpose. Your frame is able to metabolize it to produce energy from the raw material. Vitamins and minerals are excess, of course. Your frame only needs raw power. So much is wasted. And yet while you eat this food and feel the warmth, nothing feels wasted. It all means something to you. As you finish, Emphis takes the bowl, the last of his cleaning. He smiles at you, and neither of you feel the need to say anything more. Instead, you simply exchange nods and walk your separate ways back into the bright market, somehow changed. Okay, so is that the end of Emphis' storyline? Okay, so there's still fungus, and if I have matsutake caps, I can go ahead and get matsutake broth. Emphis mentions an old recipe for matsutake broth. All he needs are 2 handfuls of matsutake caps. Freshly sourced. I mean, I do have that, so I'll do that before I finish up the quest with Bliss. So let's see what's going on with her. The hell kind of ship is this? Looks like a... I don't know. Yeah, what type of ship is that? Huh. Starward Vector. Untangle the sails or patch solar sails. Rigged and ready. The Starward Vector's experimental sail deployment failed horribly. Now its massive solar sails need to be repaired. That's gonna give me +2 and it's safe. I don't have great dice here, so let me re-roll all of these. Oof, that is that is much better. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't give me nearly as much, so I guess I'm just gonna keep feeding it into this. That's gonna take a while, and I'm not gonna be able to finish this before next turn. Maybe I can get it all the way up to half or something. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get it up to half. Unless I get that 25. Okay, so yeah, I got it a little over half. Okay. So I would still need a perfect roll the next time around, but I don't think I'm gonna. Who knows? Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll be like I can do the quest at the very end. So we will see. And it's only gonna be here for a few more turns. Okay. That's a little sad. Upgrades available. I don't have anything. I did see somewhere on the forums on Steam that apparently I think that's just a bug. It just happens. Which is not like it's that big a deal, so. Let's see. Yeah, there's not really anything I can do for right now, so let me just go ahead and feed the stray. And then I'll patch myself up since I have so much scrap. And then I'll end the cycle. What may end up being the final cycle. Okay, so it didn't kidnap me right off the bat. Well, stray, I don't see you again. Let me give you a nice little helping. Okay. And then let me come over here. And ascend to the hub. Oh, I still got one more turn. Oh, okay. So hopefully I can finish this. Let's go ahead and keep putting everything into that. Yeah, with that +2, that'll give me perfect dice all the way through. And that should be enough, actually. Yep. Okay. And again, I got a 1. The atmosphere in the airlock is euphoric. You and Bliss keep grinning at each other like idiots. Exhausted, blinded, sore, and aching idiots. Sleeper, that was incredible. She punches you on the arm. I never thought we were going to make it. Those idiots tangled the whole thing up like nothing I've ever seen. We'll make a good team. Bliss smiles a winning smile. As the lock's inner door clunks open, Moritz gives a rare whoop. He looks exhausted too, and for good reason. Moritz has been the one ferrying tools and parts back and forth from the ship. His tired smile tells you he's glad it's done. Sleeper, bless. He shakes his head. Impressive. When I saw the ship come in, I thought there was no way. Why, thank you, Moritz, she winks, for believing in us. Moritz rolls his eyes. You know what I mean. Take the compliment. He shoulders some of the gear that came back in with you and Bliss and heads to the racks to stow it. Bliss turns to you. I think you should be the one to do the honors. She nods to the ragged-looking console that Moritz assembled. I don't want to jinx it, she smiles, but you can see she's genuinely nervous. Alright, I'll check the console. You glide over to the console and check the screen. It takes a second to see what you are doing through the flickering, cracked display, but after a moment, you see the accounts. And there it is, almost 1,000 cryo set in the bay's transfer account. Well, Bliss calls, have we been screwed again? We did it. Bliss kicks off the floor and spins up into the bay, shouting as she does. The noise takes Morris by surprise, and he knocks a rack of parts, scattering handfuls of metal fixings across the bay. The sight is something, glinting steel catching the work, lights like glitter. Sorry, says Bliss, grinning when she comes back down. I needed that. She kicks off and joins you at the terminal. Moritz even managed to sell that produce. You made a tidy profit, eventually, she laughs. Here, she loads a stack of blank chits into the terminal and transfers a chunk of the cryo to them. This is your cut. Bliss hands you the chits. Thank you for believing in this place. She looks away and smiles. Even when I couldn't. When you first met me, I was on the edge of giving up. All it would have taken was one more push. But now this place is sparking again. Work is coming in, there's funds in the accounts. Even Moritz has a spring in his step. You both look over at him, happily racking up tools. That's because of you, she punches you on the arm. He likes you. He's a good kid. He isn't bad, is he? She leans in closer. You know he came here looking to rob the place. I knew someone right about him. I gave him a job instead, she laughs. Don't tell him I told you that. I just thought it might help you understand the kid. Morris turns to look at you in both Bliss and you awkwardly wave. Maybe it's time to change the subject. So what now? From here on out, it's going to be a little easier. I'm going to look for some component contracts, stuff that will keep us inside the bay, not in the black. No need to risk our necks if we don't need to. You want to cash out? That's fine, but there will always be work for you here when you need it. I appreciate it. Well, I'll be back. She smiles and then, out of nowhere, quickly gives you a hug. She steps back and glances around reflexively. Take care, she says softly. You too. She turns to leave. And Sleeper. Yes? Don't spend that all at once. 393 cryo. That is a nice amount. Okay. So, it will be... it'll be 1, 2, 3, 6 turns before Bliss is ready again. So, component repair. The bay is taking on low-scale repair contracts now. Moritz is happy to offload some of the work on you. And if I do that, I can get... Oh, okay. So, yeah, I can get some cryo in the process. I can get 20 or 12, or I'll probably get something worse depending on what happens. So, let me just do this. So yeah, I lost some energy, but I still got 12 cryo for it. Okay, so the next turn, we'll go ahead and see what will be of us. So let's go ahead. All I need to do is eat. So let me go ahead and do that. I mean, it is really useful having it there. I like this. Like, I don't have to worry about anything now besides mushrooms. There. I never thought at the end of this game my biggest concern would be mushrooms. Like, that's the thing that I have to worry about. Oh, and I did say I would do this. He only needs 2. Oof. But then again, I'm gonna hold on to that at least until next turn, so I can use that for food if he actually makes food. I'm assuming that's what he's doing. Is he's actually making food for me. Let's end this cycle. Okay, so now, again, great dice. And this turn is actually the last turn. I should be leaving on the side real horizon this time. Is there anything for me to do up here? There's my Avery. So, yeah, let me go ahead and do this a couple times. And one more. Leave me with a perfect dice and a 1. Okay. And I don't think I can... Oh, crap. Get away from that. If I had some spores, I would go ahead and plant it just because. But I don't. So... And I don't want to reroll both of these. I really just want to reroll that one, but... I don't know if you reroll when you have a 6, whether or not it'll actually reroll it too. I would hope not, but it wouldn't surprise me. All right, Lem and Mina. Yeah. There's a crowd, but you spot Lim and Mina immediately as you enter the dock. They are waiting at the cordon, where Seala's security are checking the crew in to board the ship. Those that manage to get up to the hub are crowded near the entrance, but even they know their chance of getting on board has long gone. Lim spots you among the crowd. Sleeper, we are here. They are standing beside a bag which looks to carry all the possessions they have. It is small enough to be carried in one hand. Hi, Mina. Mina is vibrating with excitement, floating in the air. She seems strangely at home in microgravity, but then you remember that she has spent her whole life in space. Hi, robot. You hand over the Sealess ID film to Lim, keeping your own. He turns it back and forth in the light. Where did your friend even get this picture, Sleeper? Looks like my old Conway ID. You look, and a shimmering younger Lim stares out of the film, harder and clean cut. I spoke to the guard here. He nods to the white and green clad security officer. They'll be doing orientation and role assignment on board. Sounds like we're going to be working on the core crew. Kind of like an intern. He laughs. What do you think, Minnie? Am I too old to be an intern? Following Lim's lead, you inspect your ID. As you lift the film up to the light, you see something strange, something that makes you flinch. The face printed in the film is one you recognize immediately, but it's not you. At least, it is not how you look now. You squint at this ghost, confused why you hadn't noticed earlier. It is a picture you remember being taken, a memory that you didn't know you had. You remember signing the forms, the walk to the sleeper tanks, the cold metal floor. You remember the SNARP employee who helped you in, her smile clean and surgical. You freeze in place, thinking of the you that still sleeps somewhere in an SNARP facility, that won't wake until you are recovered and disposed of. And now you are leaving. Will they ever wake up? Sleeper? Lim interrupts your thoughts. These guys want us to board. You stare at him without thinking. then notice the guard gesturing to you both to come forward. You all kick off and float over to them, steadying yourselves on the guardrail. You hang back, letting Lem present his ID film first. The guard slides it across a white machine, much like the one Castor printed them from. You reflexively rub the puncture mark on your hand, even though there's no trace of it now. It seems to be your destiny to be someone else's tool. Lim and Mina are waved through. The guard smiles at her excited face. Lim turns back to check you are coming. The guard beckons you closer. Still have the option to stay. I mean, to be fair, I got what I wanted, which is I got Lem and Mina on the ship. I don't want to leave and get on this ship. Oof. Oh man. Um this is once again a moment where I wish I didn't have to make a decision. I wish I could just leave it up to everybody else. Shit. I mean, oh god, this is tough. I hate it. And I really wish there was another way I could have done this, especially without the whole control thing. But I don't want to get on this ship. I really don't want to get on this ship. So I'm going to wait. You wait for a moment. You need to wait for a moment. This is all happening too fast, changing too much. There are so many questions you have, so many threads to catch hold of, and yet here you are, boarding a ship to who knows where, on a journey that will take decades. Is this really what you want? How will you even survive? You suddenly feel dizzy, unsettled. You can make out the concerned look on Lim's face as you hold back. The guard gestures again. Mina's eyes, looking back at you, are so bright in the starlight. I'm sorry, Mina. I'm sorry, Lim. Stay on the eye. You can't do it. You can't get on that ship. You turn away quickly, trying not to look at Lim, to look at Mina, to meet their eyes. You turn away and kick off hard from the guardrail. When you reach the far wall, you turn back. The scene continues in front of you as if nothing has changed. The next set of people are boarding. The crowds are still gathered at the cordon. The sidereal horizon still blinks, its yellow hull bright against the stars. And there are Lim and Mina gliding up towards the docking bridge, bag in hand. Lim is facing away, focused on the steady climb, but Mina is in his arms and is facing back towards you. You watch her face confused, sullen but twinkling with a growing excitement as Lim carries her forward. As you watch Mina, you think about your future, about the future you might choose. You know one thing for certain, that future is on the eye. You no longer have any enthusiasm for being carried forward by the dreams of others, for grand futures that unfold like angelic wings across the horizon. The future is being made now, on this spinning ring, among its people and its systems. You're sure of that. But as you watch Mina disappear into the entrance of the sidereal horizon, and much later, when you watch the ship pull away, you feel a sense of longing, a longing to be carried, not by the systems that spin the suns or the corporations that run the colonies, but by love, towards an uncertain future, just as Mina was. There, you think, is the future you wish to make here, on Erland's Eye. Oh, God, oh, Jesus. Oof, that's a gut punch. That is a real gut punch. Because again, I mean, maybe if I didn't have the whole thing with, Castor trying to worm his way into things, maybe I would have took it. But at the same time, I just wanted them to have a better future. I didn't want to leave the station. I honestly feel like I'm probably going to end up staying on the station. I mean, the other option I would have had was Ankita. I really did like her, and I really did want to, you know, I was hoping that maybe I could go off with them, or I was hoping that maybe I could turn around and do something with Yadigan, but that didn't seem to be the case. So, here we are. But at the same time, I do kind of like my own little piece of heaven here on the station, and I do kind of like doing the little stories and little missions and stuff like that. So I think honestly, if I was in that situation, I probably would just end up staying on the station and just living my life and just doing what I do, just living, just kind of appreciating things or whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. So I'm curious if it's gonna still let me play. So, because I would like to see what is the end of Bliss's storyline. So, let us see. A strange choice. Castor stands beside you at the rail, watching the pinpricks of light from the side rail horizon's drives disappear. But perhaps not unexpected. You turn to look, and Castor is beaming at you with an unsettling warmth. Aren't you angry? About what? He squeezes your shoulder. I only wish for you to exercise that strong drive of yours. If it happens to align with my own, then that is pleasing to me, but if it does not, I cannot punish you. What about the Celis? Castor looks out to the stars. I will do my best to follow its progress. He pauses. The Celis Foundation is of more concern. Sindra Celis has taken a step back from the public eye. It seems some internal struggles are playing out within their pristine halls, Castor sighs. But I doubt core politics are of much concern to you. Castor moves down along the rail. The eye, though, that seems to be your primary concern. Am I right? I have unfinished business. He pats you on the back. Don't we all? It's the nature of life to leave things unfinished. I have more projects that I can count, so many games still to play and things to learn. May your future cycles be as fruitful as my own. Castor turns and starts to clunk away in his mag boots. I will be keeping an eye on you, if you don't mind, Sleeper. He waves as he walks. My curiosity remains piqued. Once he leaves, you stay a little longer at the rail, watching the stars, imagining the look on Mina's face when she sees Celis 1 for the first time, imagining the excitement when she first touches its soil, the joy when she first stands outside in the rain, laughing. Those images, though they will not happen for decades, are what will carry you through this cycle, and perhaps the next one too. Oof, man, that's a heavy one. That is really heavy. Like the Gardener one it's heavy too, but this one is far more personal. I mean, you actually interact with Lem and Mina a lot. The commune, you don't really interact with them that much. I mean, there's only Rico, but this one, like we babysit Mina and we hung out with Lem several times, but we actually had conversations with them and we saw their struggles, we saw their pain and everything, and to actually have to leave them behind and knowing that you won't see them, period, like that's it. You're never going to see them again unless a miracle happens and there's, I don't know, some Star Trek level technology that opens up and then you can jump to a different system like that or something, but it's not going to happen. You're never going to see them again, so it is tough. But yeah, that's the Left Behind ending. So we're still here. We still have work to do. And we'll see what Bliss has in store for us next. So if you liked the video, like the video. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. I have a lot of things on the channel, and I will have many other things coming in the future. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section, and I will get back to them as soon as I possibly can. And if you have suggestions for games, definitely leave them in the comment section. I'll take a look. And if it's something that I'm interested in, and if it's something that I feel like everybody else on the channel it will be interested in as well, then I'll definitely jump into it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next ending. See ya.